Greetings. Good evening, sports fans. It's Todd Edwards coming to you live tonight from York Suburban High School. As you can see over my shoulder, the band is out on the field. But tonight it's a big matchup in YIAA action, Division II style, as the New Oxford Colonials come right in here to York Suburban undefeated with a 3-0 record, taking on York Suburban Trojans, who are 1-1. Big Division II matchup. If you like offense, offense is airing the ball out, tonight's your night. You're going to see two teams here that like to throw the ball. And New Oxford, of course, the past several years were in Division I. They're the top team in Division II right now. Gettysburg 2-0. West York's 1-0, but the team to beat are the Colonials. And the York Suburban Trojans, led by their junior quarterback, Cam Brewer, have a shot tonight to knock off the undefeated New Oxford Colonials. My broadcast partner, Dew Jones, is here in the house, operating the camera along with the mic. Dew, welcome to tonight's program. Ready for Game 3 of the season here with York Suburban.
Yeah, it should be another great night tonight. York Suburban versus New Oxford. This is a battle of a Division II powerhouse. As you said earlier, New Oxford came down from Division I. Now they're at Division II, and they're currently undefeated. But they're playing at York Suburban's home tonight, and York Suburban plays very, very tough on their home field.
No doubt. And, of course, New Oxford is led by their quarterback, Connor Beans. He's a senior. He's taken over, remember, for Braden Long, who was their longtime quarterback. Braden Long, Connor Beans, their starting quarterback tonight. Look for him on the New Oxford offense. It should be a big one. A lot of other big games being played tonight. York High and Red Lion do.
Yeah, York High Red Lion game is also a very interesting game that, it could go any way because Red Lions has bounced back big time after that Central loss, and York High has been rolling. So it should be really good to see how that game finishes out.
And, of course, let's not forget the Central York Panthers playing host to the Spring Grove Rockets tonight. There are some announcements being made over my shoulder right now. As you can see, the York Suburban band on the field with the cheerleaders. And the players for York Suburban are going to be entering the field here tonight, as there is a smattering of fans. I talked to the Matt Marshall pregame. He told me earlier that 2 tickets per player. So you'll have some fans in the stands for the Trojans. And the Trojans are making their way onto the field right now, trying to pump themselves up for Friday Night Football, Week 4 in YIAA action. And I know some fans may be wondering, I am practicing social distancing. I find it a lot easier to speak to you, the viewers, without the mask on. And I know my partner, Dew Jones, would agree.
As a reminder, all spectators should be wearing masks and remain socially distanced while on the York Suburban grounds. Thank you for taking precautions and helping us create a safe environment for our student athletes to participate. Your respect and consideration for all individuals in attendance is appreciated.
As we have a moment, we come back here with the viewers, we do hope to have scores from other games throughout tonight's broadcast here on Sports Shooting Stars, whether you're watching us on White Rose Community Television Channel 18 or if you're streaming us online. I was told some people are going to be home gating. You've heard of tailgating. They're home gating tonight, watching the telecast, possibly in the comfort of their own home or maybe on the deck. It's a beautiful night to be on the deck with a fire pit. I'm going to make my way back up to the broadcast booth here as player introductions are taking place right now at York Suburban.
At tight end, number 9, Ty Posey. The quarterback for the Trojans, number 18, Camden Brewer. At fullback tonight, number 39, Jamal Lewis. And the offensive lineman, number 54, Albert Zapata. Number 55, Dermot Hodgson. Number 66, Brock Aarons. Number 67, Logan Wright. And number 72, Mike Jury.
Sports fans, as we're seated here back in the broadcast booth, the New Oxford Colonials now are slowly making their way onto the field here. Of course, they're led by their head coach, Jason Warner, who is making his way to the sidelines, as are his team in all white jerseys tonight, the New Oxford Colonials.
Number 21, running back, Dylan Forbes. Number 22, also a running back, Hunter Schaefer. Another wideout, 25, Peyton Mathias. The tight end is number 45, Corbin Aiken. The offensive lineman, 50, Eli Ernst. Number 56, Connor Main. Number 72, Ethan Watkins. Number 74, LaDamian Williams. And number 75, Jake Fitzler.
Fans at home that are watching, I believe we're going to be getting ready for the playing of our national anthem here at York Suburban High School. Little Adams County team here due tonight here representing YIAA.
And like we said, with New Oxford coming down to Division II, they have a great opportunity to cause some havoc in that Division II area because a lot of these teams haven't played against New Oxford because they've been playing in Division I. So it should be really interesting to see how York Suburban comes out here and responds to New Oxford.
No doubt. And I think fans in the greater New Oxford area, the Altman House Grill and Pub, they're going to be on the big screen up there watching our game. The Hauk family.
The chain gang is made up of Don Rieger, Shannon Dugan, John Jacobson, and Scott Reinecker.
And we want to thank the Hauk family as well because they have supported us last year when New Oxford was only about 3 to 4 games away from making it to the state championship. They were making sure that we had an opportunity to film those games on TV so everybody can see them play. Unfortunately, COVID-19 hit big time, and they had to shut down sports. But, we want to say thank you to the Hauk family, for helping us out and getting those games on TV.
And just before the COVID-19 pandemic hit, that New Oxford Colonial basketball team played up at Dallastown in a district game. I was there, too. I believe they beat Thomas Jefferson, a team from the greater Pittsburgh area, with Tommy Hauk, who's no longer there now. He's at a prep school.
Yep, Tommy Hauk went to a prep school. We have the notes right here for what prep school he went to.
And while you're going through the notes there, team captains are meeting at midfield here for the coin toss. And it would have. Looks like York Suburban will receive the ball first. New Oxford did win the coin toss, but they did defer. And we're about seconds away here from our national anthem and kickoff on week 4 of YIAA action due. And, boy, it's a full slate of games for us. How about it? All month we're going to be broadcasting games here on Sports Shooting Stars. Next week we'll be at Northeastern as they play host to the Central York Panthers. Now for the playing of our national anthem. There you have it, sports fans, the playing of our national anthem by the York Suburban Marching Band here, and we are, again, seconds away from kickoff due. And
spectators should be wearing masks and remain socially distanced while on the York Suburban campus. thank you for taking precautions and helping us create a safe environment for our student athletes to participate. Respect and consideration for all individuals.
And how about it, dude? Before we get started, I'd like to thank some of our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Basil Insurance. Looking for home, auto, or life insurance? Check out Basil Insurance. They're your one-stop shop for all your home insurance needs, located on 2210 West Market Street, right here in York, Pennsylvania. You may contact them at 717-792-6200. How about this? Looking to get in shape or stay in shape? S3 Performance Training.
Yeah, our season-long sponsor is located over at Heritage Hills Facility. John Turnpack, Ron Johnson, and Michael Cesaro are dedicated to fitness and help many student-athletes work on conditioning, speed, strength, and stamina. Look them up on Facebook under S3 Performance.
And Prestige Motor Cars. Interested in buying a car? Prestige is the place to go. Luxury for less. Prestige has the best used vehicles under $10,000 in York or Adams County. And, hey, let's not forget a longtime sponsor, CR Property Group. Looking to buy or sell a home? Well, look no further. Reach out to Eric Brewer and the CR Property Company for all your home buying or rental needs. Located on 2500 Kingston Road, right here in York, Pennsylvania.
And our last sponsor, Altland House Grill and Pub. In the area and looking for amazing food and maybe a place to stay? Check out Altland House Grill and Pub is the place to go. Amazing food in one of the country's oldest running taverns.
I think it dates back to the days of former President Dwight Eisenhower, who frequented that restaurant while he lived in Gettysburg. But here we're off and ready to start in week 4 here. And York Suburban with the ball. That's number 5, Kenny Johnson. And I want to mention Kenny Johnson, number 5 for York Suburban. He's a player to watch here. He's an offensive threat. Week 1, scored 5 touchdown receptions.
Yeah, Kenny Johnson was one of those players that were a player of the week for YAIAA. He had 5 touchdowns. Him and Cam Brewer hooked up 5 times for big-time plays, so he's a guy you got to keep an eye on.
It's something our viewers at home want to watch in tonight's broadcast here. Again, Cam Brewer, the junior quarterback.
And as we said earlier, Todd, York Suburban is missing a couple key players this year due to injuries and other things.
And to give to running back Michael Benavenia, looking to break to the outside, and the New Oxford Colonials are there defensively to wrap them up. Michael Benavenia, remember his name last year as a freshman for this York Suburban ball club.
Michael Benavenia, he's a big-time player. What he lacks in height, he has in heart. I mean, he's one of the guys that they go to, and he's a hard runner. He's going to give everything he has out there on that field.
Yeah, they list him in their program here at 5'7", 170 pounds.
He doesn't play like it.
And remember last year's running back who moved on to Slippery Rock, Savion Harrison. He was a big playmaker for this
big-time playmaker.
But the Trojans here, Camber looking to throw the ball, rolls to his right, and the ball broken up by number 8. Anthony Withrow for New Oxford. It's going to bring up a 3rd down for York Suburban. 3rd and 10. Remember, York Suburban last year went on that run last year, 10-0 in the regular season, and we actually were here to broadcast that district playoff game with Lampeter Strasburg.
Last year York Suburban was very strong, going 10-0. They were almost unstoppable in Division II. This year, they have a little hiccup this year with a loss to Kennerdale, but they're looking to bounce back and do well. Trips
formation right now for the York Suburban offense. Camber back in shotgun formation. He is number 18 on your program. Looking to throw the ball. Scrambles out of the pocket and brought down by that New Oxford defense. It's a 3 and out here for the York Suburban Trojans, do.
Yeah, that was a quick 3 and out for York Suburban. Not the way they want to start off, but then again, you got to get the jitters out a little bit and maybe just have to get their feet underneath them a little bit before they start rolling.
The punter for York Suburban, Jace Henderson, is back. Gets the punt off. And that'll set up the New Oxford Colonials with good field position here. With 10:29 to go in the opening quarter here at York Suburban, it's Todd Edwards, it's Dew Jones, and soon to be joined by our camera operator, Belinda Morales, who is a special day for her today. It's her birthday today, and I won't mention my mother once told me not to mention a woman's age, and I will not do that tonight here on the telecast.
Yeah.
But the ball's set up here at the 45-yard line of York Suburban.
Yeah, big shout out to Belinda Morales. Today's her birthday. She's still here working with us. We really
She is,
appreciate
on her
that.
birthday, no doubt, on a Friday night, no less, here in October. Connor Beans, the quarterback, back. Shotgun formation. And a running play for the Colonials.
Schaefer with the carry. Logan Wright with the tackle. Pickup of 2 and second and 8.
Second down and 8 here for the Colonials, who come into this game again. I mentioned in our pregame, 3-0 in Division II. YIAA do.
And New Oxford is a team you got to watch out for because they're on the rise. They're doing great in basketball, and also they're doing good in football. So, they're a team that you have to keep your eye on.
Hunter Beans looking to throw the ball downfield, and he connects. With number 45, that's Torben Akins, a senior. And boy, a tight end, a big threat there for the quarterback, Connor Beans, dude.
Yeah, Torben Akins, his height is not listed, but he has to be at least 6'4" from where we can stand. He's a big boy and an easy target to find. Expect to see us calling his name quite often tonight.
No doubt about it. It's 3rd down and 1 for the Colonials. Quarterback Connor Beans back in shotgun formation. And the quarterback keeper. And I don't know if he quite got that 1 yard there.
No, it looks like it will be 4th down and 1 yard or 2 yards to go.
Short. It is short, viewers. The clock continues to run with just over 9 minutes to go here in the opening quarter at York Suburban High School. And then the fans at home can probably hear the band. They're rather vocal early on in this game, Dale. The Colonials going for it on 4th down.
And this is a very aggressive move from New Oxford.
And it was a Wildcat-style offense there for the Colonials. And it is a penalty. That's going to move them back.
Now that's 6 yards, and now you wonder if they're going to kick the ball or they're going to still go for it with being 4th and 6.
4th down and 6, and it is a punty. We hear the coaching staff here from New Oxford, led by head coach Jason Warner. They kept yelling punt, punt, and that certainly seems to be the right decision here early in the first quarter, too.
Yeah, New Oxford had a great opportunity there. They had that 1 yard to continue their drive, but that offsides or that motion caused them that penalty. Now they have to punt.
And they get the punt off. Nice high elevation on the punt.
Great punt. In the hands of the wrong person.
And Kenny Johnson looking to break outside to and brought down. You want to try to contain number 5, Kenny Johnson. He's a burner if he can get to the edge, and has a good chance of taking it the distance, do.
And that was a really good tackle from Benjamin Lease. A junior for New Oxford. Defensive back and also wide receiver, Benjamin Lease.
And Benjamin Lease, by the way, is a receiver, a go-to receiver for their quarterback, Connor Beans, a connection you may want to keep an eye on offensively when the Colonials do get their second possession. But right now, Cam Brewer back in shotgun formation. And they give to number 2, Mike Benavenia, the sophomore for York Suburban.
And Mike Benavenia is a hard-nosed runner. You're going to hear his name as well quite often tonight, him and Kenny Johnson, and also Cam Brewer. They're the 3 main guys right now. And they also have missing the tight end, Isaiah Pineda. Isaiah Pineda, he's out tonight. 6'4", 210 tight end, so that's a big target that they're going to be missing tonight.
Kenny Johnson flanked out to near us here on the outside. 7, Chase Henderson in motion. Cam Brewer, another running play. To number 2, Michael Benavenia. As you said, I believe we're going to call his name quite often tonight as York Suburban looks to settle down here a little bit with a running game that brings up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6 with 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Score so far is 0-0. Also want to tell the fans that's watching, everybody watching, check out our sponsors at our lower third, and check out our sponsors. They're helping us put this game on tonight.
Yes, support our sponsors who support sports shooting stars. And here we are back to you. Not much running room there.
New Oxford did a great job blowing that play up. And now that's going to force York Suburban to have another 3 and out. It's going to be a punting situation for York Suburban.
Jalen Lewis, not much there going on that run. Bring up a 4th down. And it'll bring out the punting unit, the second time we've seen the punting unit here for York Suburban.
And as we said earlier, these teams never met each other before, so it's very interesting to see how they're going to play against each other. With New Oxford coming down to Division II to face the powerhouse, York Suburban.
Jace Henderson with a high punt, but short punt.
Very short kick.
And out of bounds. It looks at about the 45-yard line. And this sets up New Oxford to a nice field position again. We'll see if they can capitalize on this nice field position here. Interesting to know and tell our viewers that the reason New Oxford Colonials moved down to Division II, it was a population decrease in that school, and hence the move for Dover to move up from Division II to Division I this season. I know some fans at home may be wondering as to why the changes.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Connor Beans in his second possession here with the offense for the Colonials. They give to number 22, Hunter Schaefer. Not much going there. Either team on the running game not getting a whole lot of running room early on here in the first quarter.
Hunter Schaefer was brought down behind the line of scrimmage by Alex Kipava.
That was a nice tackle for number 39, Jamal Lewis, the junior, 5'9", junior, 195 for York Suburban.
Not to be confused with the former Baltimore Raven, right?
Yeah.
And there we go. Connor Beans drops back in a short pass completed to number 11, Ben Lease.
Pass is completed to Benjamin Lease, and on the tackle, Ty Posey.
It's good.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and 9
Down to 9.
for the Colonials.
And a bit of a defensive game. You know, I mentioned in the pregame where both teams like to air it out and have an air attack here. And if you like defense and 3 and outs, well, this is your game so far here with just over 5 minutes to go in the opening quarter here at York Suburban on an absolutely magnificent night for football. Clear
And as you can
skies.
see, both teams have been very conservative so far with their ball.
Connor Beans looking to roll to his left and go deep. Incomplete. Intended for Troy Dubbert, a junior for New Oxford. And
Looks like that was a little bit of miscommunication between the wide receiver and the quarterback because Troy never turned around for the ball.
never turned around, and the pass fell way short there. It brings out the punting unit again. Number 36, the punter for New Oxford, Josh Little, a senior.
You had the dangerous Kenny Johnson back there.
back, awaiting the punt. Nice punt.
And the punter has a great leg on him for New
And
Oxford.
Kenny's off and running now, looking to break free and brought down. At about the 17-yard line, the York Suburban offense will set up for their third series of the night. With 4:44 to go, it's 0-0 here at York Suburban new.
And that was a good tackle for number 20, Jaden Sealer,
Down and 10 for York
the junior linebacker and outside linebacker.
Who will strike first here in tonight's broadcast? How about it, do between the Trojans and the Colonials? Cam Brewer looking to throw the ball deep down to Kenny Johnson and just overthrew his intended receiver.
Brewer's pass to Johnson incomplete. Second down.
That was actually a really nice pass from Cam Brewer. I wonder if Kenny Johnson would have kept running. That ball probably would have fitted, right in the bread basket, as
and
he
ran
said.
right down the sidelines here, right in front of us.
Looks like he misjudged the ball a little bit and turned around to catch it, but I think if he'd have kept on running, it probably would have went right in his hands.
No doubt. And we have the whole side. One of them, tell our viewers at home, we have the whole visitor side here. How about it? Whole
Absolutely.
press box area. Second down here for Cam Brewer's offense here for the Trojans.
Back in shotgun.
All skipped on the turf there. Incomplete. Bring up a third down.
Again, looking for Johnson. Ball is incomplete. Third down.
As we said earlier, Cam looking for that connection with Kenny Johnson, hopefully looking for a spark for this offense here for York Suburban.
And that was 2 quick passes to start their drive. Now it's 3rd and 10. I like the aggressive call. Let's see what they do on the 3rd down, which a lot of kids call the money down.
We're going to find out if it's money here and if they can cash in York Suburban this Friday night. Trips formation for the York Suburban Trojans.
And don't forget, Cam Brewer can do it with his legs as well, so it's be real interesting to see what happens.
Brewer looking to throw the ball.
There's nothing open.
Nothing open, and Sometimes it's hard, I think, for our viewers to see. We can see the field here, and really none of his receivers were open, and he was forced to scramble and throw the ball away. It's a 4th down for York Suburban.
Yeah, just to let the viewers know, every field that we go to, we have different viewing spots. Sometimes we're on the visitor side, sometimes we're on top of the press box. It's just what's available to us at that time. And this is going to give New Oxford great field position if he can catch this ball and get a couple yards.
Jace Henderson back to punt. High snap. Brings it in.
Decent
Gets
punt.
off a nice punt. To number 22, Hunter Schaefer, and he's taken down at about the 48-yard line of New Oxford. And 4:15 to go here in the opening quarter of a scoreless first quarter here at York Suburban. We hope to pass some scores along from other games taking place tonight. Of course, Redline and York High, a big matchup. And, of course, Central York playing host to Spring Grove, another improved team in YIAA, too. Go ahead.
And that was a good tackle from York Suburban's John Glennon, the freshman, the 5'11 freshman for York Suburban.
Past couple weeks, we've been seeing some freshmen get some playing time here on the varsity level. Overthrew his intended receiver there, number 7, Troy Dubbert.
And that's
maybe
again,
some miscommunication, too?
Some miscommunication because Troy Drubbert, he turned around twice and looked for the ball and didn't know really where it was at. So they had to get on the right page. I like the fact that New Oxford's throwing the ball down the field and testing York Suburban secondary.
And some of the coaching staff, we heard him say, "What are you doing there?" And upset and a little frustrated here with 4:09 to go in the first quarter. It's been a bit of a defensive game so far here at York Suburban. Connor Beans back in shotgun formation. Ben Lease in motion. And the pass completed to Ben Lease. Look inside the 50-yard line, down inside the 45.
That's a nice pickup of 8 or 9 yards.
Again, look for that combination, fans that are watching at home. Maybe home gating tonight, that the connection Connor Beans to Ben Lease, number 11. And that is a first down for the New Oxford Colonials with just under 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. It's Stu Jones. It's Todd Edwards. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars, and we appreciate you tuning in tonight. This Friday night, Week 4 in YIAA action. Connor Beans with the ball, looking to throw the ball downfield. And incomplete, looking for his tight end there, number 45. Corbin Akins.
Yeah, Connor Beans put a little heat on that ball right there for such a short pass. I've been very, very hard to catch in that tight spot. They don't have a dude Janae out there no more.
No,
they had last year. Braden Long, Stroudsburg, and the rest of those guys.
Yes. But still off to a hot start, this Colonial team at 3-0. They get to number 22, Hunter Schaefer.
That's a big run right there.
Outside and looking for more running room down the sideline and out of bounds. And a big-time play by number 22, Hunter Schaefer,
Hunter Schaefer did a great job of absorbing some contact and hitting the outside and getting those extra yards. That's about a 26-yard pickup.
And now this New Oxford Colonial offense seems to have gotten themselves warmed up a little bit here this Friday night with just over 3 minutes to go.
To be corrected, that was a 20-yard carry.
And the ball set up at the 22-yard line of York Suburban.
This is as far as New Oxford got so far in this game, so they're in a good position.
Flag down on the play.
Don't want to shoot yourself in the foot once you get in that good position either.
False start. Some movement for New Oxford. The Colonials will.
And that's the second penalty against New Oxford tonight. They had a penalty on that 4th and 1, which drove them back to 4th and 6. They had to punt the ball. And right there they had the ball at on the
22.
First down at the 22.
And now it's the ball set up at the 27-yard line.
With 15 yards to go to a first down.
See what this offense can do here on 1st and 15. Connor Beans back. Blitz coming in and had to just unload that ball rather quickly. Number 9, Ty Posey coming in off the edge.
And Ty Posey was coming in with a vengeance. It's a good thing that Beans let go of that ball because it could have been a fumble.
He could have been fumbled and he could have been driven to the ground there. on a synthetic turf tonight. We're back to some normalcy. It seems like a lot of the schools around our area have the synthetic turf, although last week at West York it was interesting walking on a grass field. You don't see that too often.
Yeah, it was thick like a carpet, like a rug. Right. It was very nice. That game was a shootout as well. 42-35, with West York coming out with the victory over Susquehanna.
But right now we're a scoreless game here with 3:13 to go. Connor Beans back in shotgun formation, looking to throw the ball downfield and incomplete.
And that was a great pass.
Intended for number 8, Anthony Withrow, and the ball was there. Withrow just could not hold on to it. If he had, it possibly could have been a touchdown reception.
Yeah, that was a slant route from Anthony Withrow, and he had the ball in his hands. It could have been possibly a touchdown, like you said, if he would have caught the ball, but he slipped up and didn't catch that one.
Yeah, it brings up a 3rd down and 15 with 3:07 to go. Ball on the 27-yard line of York Suburban. New Oxford comes to the line, looking to break the ice first tonight here at York Suburban High School. The undefeated Colonials. And
looks like that penalty may be against York Suburban.
Yeah, some of the Colonials there were clapping. We'll see what an offsides call against York Suburban. A 3rd and 10 now due. Moves them a little closer here. And here we go. They come to the line. Here are the Colonials.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. Connor Beans back in shotgun formation. Looking to roll to his left. Looking to throw the ball downfield. And connects. Looks like that'll be enough for a 1st down.
Great pass. Nice rollout from Beans.
Ben Lease, number 11, Ben Lease. We've called his name a few times tonight, too.
And a couple times that we've seen Connor Beans pass the ball, he puts a lot of heat on the ball when he passes. I mean, it's a spiral, but it has some punch to it as well. With 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first quarter, 0-0 between New Oxford and York Suburban.
But the Colonials are threatening here, a new set of downs.
This is the best position they've been in all game so far.
And like a wildcat formation set up to number 22, who looks to throw it into the edge. That was number 22, Hunter Schaefer, but threw the ball away.
Looks like New Oxford was trying a bit of a trick play there to see if York Suburban is going to bite on it, but they played good defense and didn't bite on it at all.
York Suburban, of course, their head coach, Andy Laux, coming into this game 1-1. In this Division II and YIAA, of course, the Gettysburg Warriors 2-0. West York 1-0 heading into tonight's action. Connor Beans back in there. And they give to number 22,
and
Hunter
I
Schaefer,
believe he might have got in.
Or very close to the goal line there, Dew.
Schaefer with the carry.
Looks like
Go at the 1.
with 1 yard to go here, Dew.
York Suburban has to get together their goal line defense for this play right here because they have 2 opportunities. New Oxford to get the ball in the end zone. There's no first downs here.
No, and you think this is 4-down territory
Absolutely.
for the Colonials.
They need 1 yard.
Extra jumbo set on the line there. All the big guys in, and they give. Oh, and wow, what a tackle by number 38.
Jamal Lewis with the tackle.
Jair Harris.
With fourth down and goal to go at the 3.
Loss of 2 on that play. It'll
That's
bring
a big
up
play
fourth
from
down.
Jair Harris.
And it's going to bring out the kicking unit for New Oxford here. Number 36, the punter and kicker, Josh Little.
I wonder if you'll watch for a
ice
fake here.
Down, the kick is up and good. And gives the New Oxford Colonials a 3-0 lead right now over the York Suburban.
I'm sorry, what was his name?
He's number 36, Josh Little. He is a senior. He's their kicker and punter.
Josh Little has a great foot, man. He can kick the ball. He's doing a great job as far as kicking so far. And you can see right there with that that field goal that he has a foot on him.
How important is that for the New Oxford Colonials to get some points in tonight's game?
I think that's important. I think that's important for all high school football players because sometimes you can't get that touchdown, and you shouldn't go for it every time it's on fourth down. So if you got a reliable kicker, you should let your kicker kick.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and take advantage of it because it's something we've seen in a lot of games so far, and a lot of teams don't have that premier kicker throughout the season. Right now, early score, first quarter, Central York 7, Spring Grove 0. Red Lions 6, York High 0 right now. They're the two scores I have. I'll post them and post updates as we go. And New Oxford kicks the ball off. Kenny Johnson with the ball, looking for some running room, looking for that hole. And New Oxford special teams bring him down. Surprised by the early scores at all do right now. Red Lions 6.
I kind of expected that. I'm a little bit surprised that Red Lions scored 6 points on York High already because York High has a really good defense. But, like I said, these teams know each other. They can go back and forth, and it's going to be a dogfight between that Red Line and York High game.
Yeah, and much a tip of the hat to Red Line. They came out and got trounced in opening week, the first week of our broadcast, and they have since rebounded with some impressive wins. And it would be a big feather in their hat tonight if they could unseat York High. But we're back with action here right now. Cam Brewer back in shotgun formation. And they give to number 2, Michael Benavenia.
On the carry.
Some positive yards there for the Trojan offense.
Derek Knoll with the stop.
And I guess looking ahead, or looking over to the Division III right now, I mean, the two Catholic teams, York Catholic and DeLone Catholic, seem to be just carrying on where they seem to leave off every year. How about it?
They're playing some big-time football right now, DeLone Catholic and York Catholic.
Camber back in shotgun formation. And Michael Benavenia with another run, and that's maybe the final play here of the opening corner with your score. New Oxford 3, York Suburban 0. York Suburban seems due to be content with a running game tonight so far.
Britton Akins on the tackle for the New Oxford Colonials.
They're going to come to the line here with 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and there we go. The end of the first quarter again with your score. New Oxford 3, York Suburban 0. Your thoughts, Stu, on the opening quarter?
It was a good first opening quarter. The teams both tested each other as far as throwing the ball down the field. Hard running in the first half from both teams. It's very competitive, so no one really right now has an edge on each other besides New Oxford being up by 3 points, of course. But right now, it can be anybody's game. I'm going to go ahead and shoot to one of our commercials that we're going to shoot. We're going to go to at the end of the quarter. So we're going to go ahead and roll to a commercial. We'll be back in about 30 seconds, 45 seconds. It'll be CR Property Group. So check them out. We'll be back in a few seconds.
I'm Eric Brewer, and I want to buy your house. I'll make you an as-is, all-cash offer on your house within 24 hours, whether it's a total fixer-upper or in perfect condition. When you sell your house to ericbuyscentralpa.com, you're dealing with me, a local guy who's been buying houses in this area for over 15 years. Just go to ericbuyscentralpa.com for a free, no 24 hours a day. That's ericbuyscentralpa.com.
And we're back.
We're back, and we're back with York Suburban here. Start the second quarter. I believe that pass was incomplete on the far sideline. Intended for Jace Henderson. All incomplete. CR Property Group. I mean, I hear him on the radio. Now he's back with us with Sports Shooting Stars and Eric Brewer. If you're looking to buy or sell, CR Property Group with Eric Brewer.
He's no stranger to the program. That's his son out there, Cam Brewer, at quarterback for York Suburban.
Trips formation, and it's a running play. And some positive yards for Jamal Lewis. a junior.
We also want to
5'9".
welcome the New Oxford and Adams County fans that's tuning in tonight because they couldn't travel down here to see their school. Quick shout out to Brody Holmes, one of my son's AU teammates. He's watching the game tonight with his mother and his father. And
how about all the fans that are probably at the Altland House, maybe with an adult beverage and some fine food from the Altland House this Friday, watching us on the big screen there? We welcome you.
Big shout out to the Howe family.
Chase Henderson in motion. Carry again given to Jamal Lewis. Not much running room there on third down. It will bring up a fourth down for York Suburban. Looks like Chase Henderson will be back to punt the ball off again. The 5'11" junior for York Suburban. Hunter Schaefer will be back to receive the punt. Stands at about the 35-yard line.
And that's another quick 3-and-out for York Suburban.
Nice punt by Chase Henderson. And that's going to take a York Suburban bounce inside the 10 and down to about the 6-yard line. Wow, a phenomenal punt by Chase Henderson there. And nothing like having New Oxford go maybe 93 yards for a score here.
55 yards on the punt.
It was a 55-yard punt by Chase Henderson. That ball will be set up at their own 5-yard line. With 10:31 to go, it's New Oxford 3, York Suburban 0. You're watching Sports Shooting Stars with Boo Jones, Todd Edwards, Belinda Morales is here.
The birthday girl.
The birthday girl, yes. Celebrating her birthday this Friday night.
And also RB, Ryan Brown Jr. is doing our scoreboard.
Scoreboard operator, yep. It's all hands on deck tonight, this Friday night. Connor Beans back in shotgun formation, looking to throw the ball deep downfield.
And that may be a pass interference.
Yes. Ball was intended for number 13, Connor Herring. And a flag down. Could it be pass interference here against the Trojans? We're going to find out.
And I believe that's going to be on Sam Poster, the 5'10" junior. Looks like their legs got tangled up on that play.
It did from our vantage point here near our sideline.
And as you said earlier, Todd, as far as Connor Beans being able to, both these teams like to throw the ball. And you have definitely seen that from Connor Beans so far in this game. He hasn't connected as well as he probably wants to, but you can see him throwing the ball and getting the ball to different receivers.
Trying to open it up here a little bit. It'll be a 15-yard ball be set up at their own 20-yard line with 10:25 to go. I want to remind our fans we're going to travel to Northeastern next Friday to see the Central York Panthers take on the Northeastern Bobcats next Friday night starting at 6:45. But we're back with action to give. A running play by number 22, Hunter Schaefer. And as this game progresses, we'll give you some scoring updates. And if fans that are tuned in care to share with, if they're there at one of the games, if care to share, pass along the updated score, we would highly appreciate it this Friday night. Hunter Schaefer looking to throw the ball downfield, connects with number 8, Anthony Withrow. That's a first down and more, down to about the 45-yard line.
That was a tough catch and even better run
by Anthony Withrow, and they're going to move the chains here for this New Oxford Colonial team.
I want to highlight one of New Oxford's players, LaDamian Williams. He's a 4-year starter for New Oxford. It's on the line there. He's also a member of the National Honor Society.
The essence of a student athlete. How about it, do? National Honor Society. Connor Beans rolling to his right, looking to throw the ball downfield. Incomplete. It was intended for his tight end,
Torben Eakins.
Yeah. And, boy, from our vantage point, a big target, number 45.
And Connor Beans is not having a problem getting the ball to his receivers. They're actually dropping a couple passes because they could have scored one down early on in the first quarter. But, he has a great accuracy as far as getting the ball to his receivers. They start catching it, and this game can be different very fast.
New Oxford 3, York Suburban 0 with 9:12 to go here in the second quarter from York Suburban High School. As I said earlier, on a magnificent night weather-wise here. Connor Beans, Looks like a timeout called by head coach Jason Warner and the New Oxford Colonials.
Timeout, New Oxford.
Never too early to start thinking about player of the game, I know we're in the second quarter, but maybe our fans that may want to chit-chat with us via live stream and give their thoughts as this game progresses.
And as we said, every game we give away a player of the game shirt. We also give away a Sports Shooting Stars mask as well to the quarterback. Well, lately it's been quarterbacks and wide receivers. So,
yes,
we like to give out something to the fans. So, to the student athletes so they can know that, we recognize what they're doing and we appreciate it as well.
And we'll make our way down to midfield and hopefully we'll get a chance with the player of the game, maybe their head coach as well.
And the Dew Jones Facebook page.
And again, a timeout called here by New Oxford.
Second down and 10 for New Oxford.
Biglerville 14, York County Tech 6. Central still holding a 7-0 lead over Spring Grove. Redline 14, York High 0 in the first quarter,
It's an interesting game.
Connor Beans with the ball in the give. Looks like to number 12. From our vantage point, trying to figure out.
And we saw York Suburban stall a little bit in their offense. We also want to tell the fans that York Suburban is missing a couple players, offensive players, that they don't have tonight, either due to injury or academically ineligible. So, they're playing a little bit shorthanded tonight against a tough New Oxford team who's undefeated in Division II.
Connor Beans looking to throw the ball. Connects with number 11, Ben Lease. And that's a first down into York Suburban territory at the ball at the 44-yard line of York Suburban. And a new set of downs here for the Colonials,
Yeah, Benjamin Lease, he rebounded from that drop pass early on and caught a great pass from Connor Beans, and they're moving the ball steadily down the field. I'm quite impressed by Connor Bean's accuracy when he throws the ball. Like I said, he puts a lot of spit on that ball, but it also gets to his intended target. And this may be a run play here.
Looking to throw the ball downfield. Incomplete.
Beans' pass is incomplete. It'll be second down and 10 at the York Suburban 44.
Ball was intended for number 42, Britton Akins. An incomplete pass brings up second down and 10 with 7:46 to go. New Oxford with a 3-0 lead here tonight. And a running play by number 22, Hunter Schaefer.
And if New Oxford gets another 10 to 15 yards, they'll probably be in field goal range. You can see that big kick from their
Josh
kicker.
Little, yes, we saw him earlier.
I'm pretty sure they use Josh Little quite often as far as getting points on the board.
And in a game like this, every point seems to be at a premium here,
Absolutely.
Because
at any time, York Suburban can bust out with an interception, fumble recovery, or something on offense and get a quick score.
But right now, the Colonials with a time-consuming drive here in the second quarter. And another running play by number 22, Hunter Schaefer. And again, just running the ball downfield here. And you wonder sometimes, too, with the defense of York Suburban, some players with their hands on their hips, if they aren't feeling it right now with this running game and being somewhat pushed around by the Colonial offensive line.
Yeah, when you got a ground game like that where they have big boys up front and, they keep pounding the ball down the field, that does take a lot of wear and tear on the body. I want to give a shout-out to number 45, Torben Eakins, on that last play. He blocked like 3 different guys and kept on going. So that's a great move from him.
Connor Beans looking to throw the ball downfield. Kenny Johnson almost with a pick there.
This pass to the end zone is incomplete. Second down.
Number 13, Connor Herring. The pass was intended to Connor. He looked like he slipped and fell on that play.
Yeah,
and
Connor
Kenny
Herring.
Johnson had a shot to pick that ball off in the end zone.
Connor Herring slipped up on that play, and Kenny Johnson had a great opportunity to get an interception in the end zone, but this happened to bobble out his hands. And it looks like York Suburban is going to call that timeout because they did have their hands on their hips.
Yeah, a timeout called by York Suburban head coach Andy Laux, addressing his team right now at about the 20-yard line. 6:31 to go here in the second quarter. Want to thank the fans for tuning in this Friday night. If you're home gating or watching in the comfort of your own home with your bottled water and popcorn, we appreciate you tuning in, and we'll be back next Friday. How about it?
Every week. This month of October, we'll be here doing some games, someplace. Want to thank both schools, New Oxford and also York Suburban. Their fan base are tuning in.
Yeah, special thanks goes out to the athletic director here, Matt Marshall, who always rolls out the carpet here. Is quite the gentleman and treats us with a lot of respect here.
Very accommodating. We really appreciate Matt Marshall.
And in scores around the league here, Biglerville 14, York County Tech 6 in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Central York 14, Spring Grove 0 do. And it's still in the first quarter, Red Lion 14, York High 0. They're the scores that I have for our viewers at home right now. Surprised with that Red Lion game right now, dude.
So far, yeah. But then again, you got guys like Randy Pfizer, you got Devontae Dennis, who picked up another Division I scholarship. He's doing a great job. He also plays basketball. We're back at the game now.
We're back. Connor Beans looking to throw the ball downfield. Looking to go back to Connor Herring there. An incomplete pass. It's going to bring up a third down with 6:25 to go.
And you wonder, with the ball at the 27, are they in field goal range for their kickers?
This 4-down territory for the Colonials. Third down and 10. The ball on the 27-yard line of York Suburban.
His name is Josh Little, but I think he has a big foot.
They may need that tonight in this game.
Absolutely. The wind's against him right now, but we'll see. It's a double
Connor
move.
Looking to throw the ball down in the end zone and incomplete. Intended for number 11, Ben Lees. And it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Still a very accurate pass from Connor Beans. Benjamin Lees happened to, he couldn't put his hands on it, but that ball was right there. He had an opportunity to catch it. Looks like they will be going for it, Todd.
Interesting here. The ball on the 27-yard line, fourth down and 10. Ball needs to get to about the 17-yard line of York Suburban for a first down.
Because that would be about a, 41-yard field goal?
Yeah, it would be. Yep. You're looking at about 40, yeah. So
about 41 yards?
A little
big
out
play
of the
right
distance,
here.
yeah, but this is a...
See if York Suburban can hold.
And complete to Ben Lees inside the 10, down to the goal line and out of bounds just before he reaches the pylon there. Well, what a play, dude.
That took a lot of poise in the pocket.
And the pass rush was coming in. We saw that, and Connor Beans was composed in that game. And that brings up a first and goal. The ball set up at the 2-yard line with 6:08 to go.
Now you remember,
New Oxford is threatening here, dude.
Now you remember last year for New Oxford, they had Braden Long, and he set all types of records in the YAIAA passing the ball. So, you see a guy like Connor Beans up here, and he's doing the exact same thing as far as getting the ball to different guys and passing it down the field.
And he backed him up last year, remember, this Connor Beans and Braden Long. A running play there to number 22, Hunter Schaefer, and he's stacked up.
And to York Suburban's credit, New Oxford got down here before, and York Suburban did a great job with their goal line defense and only held them to 3 points. So let's see if York Suburban can do that again. Looks like they're going heavy goal line offense from New Oxford.
Which is typically a jumbo pack style offense, bringing a lot of beef. How about it, too, and try to just pound the ball in here. Ball on the 1-yard line of York Suburban. Just over 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter of a rather low-scoring game tonight, dude. It's New Oxford 3, York Suburban 0.
And that's a touchdown.
Number 28, Derek Knoll, and that is a touchdown.
That's a solid touchdown for New Oxford. Puts them up 9-0
Touchdown for the Colonials.
so far over York Suburban in the second quarter with 5 minutes and 22 seconds to go.
Snap is out. Kick is up. And it is good by Josh Little. And that gives New Oxford the lead right now. 10-0 over York Suburban with 5:22 to go. Dude, let's thank our sponsors here so far tonight. Basil Insurance. Are you looking for home, auto, or life insurance? Check out Basil Insurance. They're your one-stop shop for all your home insurance needs. Located on 2210 West Market Street right here in York, Pennsylvania. Their phone number where you can reach out to them, 717-792-6200, or check them out on Facebook. Also, looking to get in shape or stay in shape? S3 Performance Training at Heritage Hills. Check out John Turpak, Ron Johnson, and Michael Cesariano. And you can check them out on Facebook as well. Hey, looking for an automobile? Prestige Motor Cars of York. Interested in buying a car? Check them out. Luxury for less. And also, looking to buy or sell a home? CR Property Group with Eric Brewer. Check them out. They're located on 2500 Kingston Road right here in York, Pennsylvania. And our last sponsor tonight, the All-In House.
Right out of Abbottstown,
Abbottstown.
New Oxford area.
Well, looks like that's going to roll out of bounds. That's going to set up York Suburban with nice field position. It'd be set up at the 35-yard line. Yeah, as we want to make mention, Altland House Grill and Pub, one of the oldest running taverns in all of the U.S. They have 10 hotel rooms to choose from, and they're located at One Center Square in Abbottstown, right in the heart of Adams County. Before you make your way to Gettysburg, maybe for a day trip and to take in a little American history, check out the Altland House, and their phone number 717-259-9535, or check them out on Facebook too.
And their old the owner Ryan Houck, he also used to play for New Oxford, played for Shippensburg as well, so he's very familiar with this New Oxford team and what they can bring to the table.
Cam Brewer and the give. That number
Big
2
time.
from Michael Benavenia, and a big-time run.
Big-time run from Michael Benavenia, and that's what York Suburban needed to get some life back into their ball club.
It seems like it's been a while since we've seen this offense out on the field for York Suburban, and right now they needed that big play and got it from Michael Benavenia. Number 2.
And with 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the second quarter, it looks like York Suburban is off to a good start getting the ball down the field.
It's a 17-yard run by Michael Benavenia here tonight. And they're going right back to Michael Benavenia. Bring up a second down for York Suburban, a 1-yard pickup. We're under 5 minutes to go here before halftime here at York Suburban. The score to Oxford 10, York Suburban 0.
Also got an update from the Southwestern Northeastern game. Southwestern up 21 over Northeastern 7 in the second quarter.
Thank you for the updates. Cam Brewer rolls to his right, looking to throw the ball downfield. Intended receiver there, Kenny Johnson, out of bounds. Third down now for this York Suburban Trojans offense.
And that's the one component right now I think York Suburban is missing. Cam Brewer needs to get in motion and get a couple completed passes. Once that happens, the team's going to bounce and really, roll how he plays. So once he gets a couple catches and he gets his flow going, it should be a different York Suburban team. You might see one right here.
Cam's rolling to his left, looking to throw down, and steps out of bounds and hit hard.
Brewer's knocked out of bounds.
And the pass rush from New Oxford is just constant. I mean, Cam's back there in the pocket, but he's being rushed every time he has the ball. York Suburban has to do a better job with blocking and giving Cam an opportunity to get the ball down the field.
And that brings up a fourth down here.
Down for York Suburban.
Chase Henderson back to punt the ball to number 22, Hunter Schaefer of New Oxford, with 4:08 to go. A nice high punt. It's going to take a York Suburban bounce there inside the 25-yard line. And the New Oxford Colonials will set up shop here with 3:56 to go. 10-0 right now, the Colonials over the Trojans.
Yeah, Jace Henderson has a great foot. He's been kicking for York Suburban this whole game here, and he's had some really good kicks down the field to get it, and giving his special teams guys an opportunity to get down there and make a hit or stop the ball.
First down and 10 for New Oxford at their own 20.
Red Lion 22, York High 0. As you mentioned, Southwestern 21, Northeastern 7. In Central York 14, Spring Grove 0 in the second quarter. And we're back to action here. Connor Beans in shotgun formation. Hunter Schaefer in motion. And the give to Hunter Schaefer looking for some running room.
That was a good stop from York Suburban, not giving Hunter Schaefer any opportunity to get any yards.
Hunter Schaefer with the carry. No gain.
And as we said earlier, Central York is averaging 51 points a game so far this year. So that's kind of surprising to me that they're only up 14-0 against Spring Grove in the second quarter, because they scored their points early and then kind of let off on the gas a little bit in the second half.
I think in 3 games it's been 162 points to 3. Last week, Southwestern scored a field goal against that team.
Southwestern said, "You're not going to put a shutout against us. We're going to kick that field goal."
And I watched that game. They were quite ecstatic after making that field goal. And a breakthrough from the line there. Some extra running room.
Dylan Forbes with the carry for the first down.
Dylan Forbes, a senior.
I believe that's the first time.
Exactly. We called his name, and what a big-time run.
Well, it looks like Dylan was waiting to get the ball, because once he got it, I mean, he ran and he kept on going. That was a great pickup from Forbes.
A 16-yard carry for Dylan Forbes. He made the most of that carry, here with just over 3 minutes to go.
First down and 10 for New Oxford at their own 39.
Connor Forbes looking to throw the ball deep downfield and connects with number 13, Connor Herring. He's off and running inside the 10. Touchdown, Connor Herring. And just like that, the Colonials do.
Big time.
You kind of saw that play develop from our vantage point, and
I can't say it enough. I said it in the first quarter. Connor Beans has a very nice arm. I mean, he has accuracy when he's passing the ball, and he puts the ball right on the button. It's up to the receivers to catch the ball. And as you can see, number 13 caught the ball.
Big-time play. We talked earlier about them airing it out, and on that play they did. And right now, with the point pending, could be 17-0 New Oxford.
Josh Little for the kick.
Now the kick is up. And good.
And the kick is good.
With 2:56 to go. Again, New Oxford 17, York Suburban 0. A little surprised by the score here so far in this game here in the second quarter.
Well, a little bit, but again, like I said, you're going against a guy like Connor Beans who can throw the ball down the field and get it to his guys in good position for them to score. But we also got to remember that York Suburban is missing about 7 to 9 players for this game for academic ineligible or for injury. So, you can actually see the effects of that right now. That's probably the main reason why Cam Brewer is on the run when he goes back there in shotgun trying to get the ball off.
Still plenty of time. I want to emphasize this to our fans that are tuned in at home. Plenty of time here. 2:56 here to go in the second quarter and a whole second half of action. And as we've seen with past broadcasts, momentum swings from one half to the next.
It does, absolutely. So you can't count this team out. It's a 4-quarter game. And I can't tell you how many times in basketball and football we did games where one team explodes in the first half, and then in the second half, the second team explodes, and it's a tie game towards the end of the game. So you never know. York Suburban needs to keep their head up and keep working and rely on their team, their teammates, and what got them here so far.
And Josh Little ready to kick the ball off. Kicks it to Kenny Johnson, looking to bring the ball upfield at about the 25. Breaks to the outside at about the 30-yard line and out of bounds. There's number 5, Kenny Johnson, who is a sophomore for this York Suburban Ball Club. I have a feeling we'll be calling his name over the next couple of years quite often for this York Suburban Ball Club.
And that's the key to York Suburban's team. And he's a guy that can make a big play. He has big legs. He's also a wrestler as well, so he plays multiple sports. So getting the ball to a guy like Kenny Johnson can blow this game or keep this gap, can close in on the gap that New Oxford has right now with that 17-0 lead. That's a low snap.
Low snap. Cam makes the most of it and completes the pass.
And that's for a first down. It's an 11-yard pickup. And that's what York Suburban needs, a couple catches like that
Henderson.
to keep them going.
Yeah, you get some of that confidence, get some of that momentum back on the side of York Suburban right now with just under 2.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter from York Suburban High School on a clear, nice night for football here on October 9th, 2020.
Let me correct that. That's not a first down. That was a 9-yard pickup. So it's second down and one
Ball
right
set
now.
up at the 40-yard line of York Suburban. Came back in shotgun formation. They give to Michael Benyavenia looking to break outside, and he gets the first down and a few extra yards more there. New set of downs here for York Suburban.
Right now, York Suburban has 2 minutes to go 60 yards.
And 2 timeouts, by the way. They do have 2 timeouts. Both teams have 2 timeouts with just under 2 minutes to go. Notice from this vantage point, their left tackle for York Suburban, number 67, Logan Wright, listed at 6'4", 285 pounds.
He's a big boy, big
no
strong
doubt about
boy.
it. Michael Benyavenia in motion. Cam looking to throw the ball downfield and just out of the hands there of, was that number 9 for York Suburban, Ty Posey.
Ty Posey incomplete. Second down for York Suburban.
Remember last year York Suburban had another
43.
big man, Garth Barclay, who ends up moving on to Syracuse.
Big time. I heard he's getting some time.
He got some playing time, yeah, playing for Syracuse.
They also had Nasir Spellman here last year. He's another big boy that was on the line. Gave Cam a lot of protection, those 2 guys did.
Yes, no doubt. And a flag down on the play.
And that's a false start on the offense.
Moving back 5 yards. And we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, the running back, Savion Harrison, who was a player of our game, remember, last year. He was a speedster. Had a great game last year where we broadcast here and moved on to Slippery Rock University, a Division II school.
Yeah, Savion Harrison been running like that since Pop Warner League. I mean, he's been getting touchdowns and, outrunning people for a long time. So Slippery Rock has a gem on their hands.
There we go. 2nd and 15 for York Suburban with 1:37 to go before halftime. Cam drops back under some pressure, eludes a pass rush, and completes the pass to Jace Henderson. And close to a first down there, Dew.
I'm gonna give a credit to number 7, Jace Henderson. He did a great job letting Cam know that he was open. He was waving his arms around. Cam finally saw him, gave him a pass, and that's a great pickup. Yep. Now it's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3, ball at midfield here, York Suburban.
2nd and 3 for York Suburban.
And a quarterback keeper up the middle. Cam with the first down and more. Inside the 35, down the right sideline. He could go all the way inside the 20, and that's the type of play York Suburban needed, dude.
Absolutely. That's a big time
play. To spark
their
offense.
And a first down for York Suburban.
Cam Brewer showing off his legs here tonight, dude.
That might have been about a 34-yard pickup, and that's exactly what they needed with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go in the second quarter to get some points on the board.
Yeah, York Suburban still has 2 timeouts here. The clock continues to run. Ball set up at the 19-yard line here of New Oxford. How important would this be for this York Suburban ball club to punch it in here before halftime?
Big time.
Backs in the I formation. Give to Michael Benyavenia. Not much running room.
And that's the first time I've seen Cam Brewer underneath the center. He's usually in shotgun, so this is really interesting why they would call that call with less than 50 seconds to go in the second quarter.
And you mentioned it, 50 seconds to go, and York Suburban, their second of 3 timeouts. They'll have 1 timeout left here. Ball set up at the 19-yard line. It'll be 2nd down for York Suburban as they come out of their huddle of the timeout.
And as we said earlier, Todd, about the tale of 2 halves. If York Suburban can punch in some points at the end of this half and come out here to the second half, they have some momentum and some positive things going on for them. They can stay in this game. It's going to be very important what they do with this 50 seconds left in the second quarter.
See if they can punch it in. And while we have a break in the action right now, I want to give you some scores. Biglerville 14, York County School of Technology 6. At halftime at Central York, the Panthers 21, the Spring Grove Rockets being shut out 0. At Red Lion is up 22-7 in the second quarter. And Southwestern with a 21-7 lead over Northeastern. We're back with action here. Second down and 11. Cam Brewer back in shotgun formation.
Ball.
Drops back. Looking to throw the ball downfield. And out of bounds. Looks like that ball was intended for number 9, Ty Posey, in the end zone. Third and 11 with 47 seconds to go.
That ball was there. That would have been a really hard catch, but it was there for. He did have an opportunity to catch it, but that was going to be a very hard catch.
Tough ball to catch there. But right now with third and 11, do 4 down territory for the Trojans?
I believe so. With 47 seconds to go in the second quarter, you want to put some points on the board and let them know you're going out with a fight.
Trips formation for York Suburban to the left. Cam rolls to his left, looking to throw the ball downfield. And almost picked off there. Pass intended for number 2, Michael Benyavenia, and it brings up a 4th down.
And you see that with quarterbacks on both sides. When they roll left and have to pass on the right-handed and have to roll left. So that's very hard to get your feet set, especially when you're being rushed like that. So, he did what he had to do to get the ball out so they didn't lose any yards. So that was actually probably was a good play, but it was close to an interception.
Close to an interception here. It brings out.
It looks like they're going to go for a field goal.
They are going to go for a field goal. Cam Brewer, the holder here. Number 29, Damian Yepes. Snap was high, and the kick was blocked, and that's no good.
And it's a live ball.
The field goal attempt by Damian Yepes is no good. Blocked at the line of scrimmage.
Damian Yepes, the kicker, a freshman for York Suburban. With 33 seconds to go here. York Suburban obviously looking to put some points on the board there before halftime.
And you can tell when a team is missing some players like York Suburban is tonight. I mean, credit to New Oxford for coming out here and playing a great game. But, this is a team that we didn't really normally see play like this in the last couple of times that we viewed them and, watching them play. So, York Suburban has to toughen up and keep fighting and, make a second half, make it very competitive, even though they're missing some players tonight.
And it looks like New Oxford's content to take a knee here and let the clock run out as we move into halftime here with
which is a smart move.
20 seconds and counting. New Oxford with a 17-point lead over York Suburban, and right now you can see why this Colonial team is undefeated here in Division II play, coming into tonight's game with a 3-0 record.
Has a lot to do with Connor Beans. Connor Beans on the offensive side, their quarterback, he has a great arm. He puts the ball right where the guys need the ball to be put at, and the team defense is pretty solid as well.
17, York Suburban, nothing.
Great team effort by the Colonial.
But in high school sports, you can never count on any team because in the second half, it could be a change of things very fast.
We have seen that, the tale of two halves, whether it's football or basketball, we have seen that. And York Suburban looks like they're going to make their way back to the locker room at halftime. And we'd like to give a shout-out to our sponsors here with Sports Shooting Stars. Basil Insurance. Are you looking for home, auto, or life insurance? Check out Basil Insurance. They're your one-stop shop for all your home insurance needs. Located 2210 West Market Street, right here in York, Pennsylvania. Their phone number, where you can reach them, 717-792-6200. Or check them out on Facebook. Also, S3 Performance Training. Are you looking to get in shape or stay in shape? Check out S3 Performance Training, located at Heritage Hills, right off Mount Rose Avenue, with John Turpak, Ron Johnson, Michael Cesariano, and a whole lot of other talent there to keep yourself in shape. How about it?
Yeah, that's a good facility. I mean, they also did some renovating at that facility as well. So, Heritage Hills is looking like top-notch right now.
And they have a rather expansive gym. I had the pleasure there about a month or two ago to work out with my one daughter there. It's a big, expansive gym, well worth your time. Also, looking for a vehicle, looking to buy a vehicle, luxury for less, it's Prestige Motor Cars of York. Check them out. Vehicles, the Prestige has the best used vehicles under $10,000 in York or Adams County. They're located on Susquehanna Trail. Check them out. Ask for Jesse Ferber. Contact them at 717-843-4747. Also, back with their sponsorship, CR Property Group. Are you looking to buy or sell a home? Well, look no further. Reach out to Eric Brewer and the CR Property Company for all your home buying or rental needs. And also, we'd like to give a shout out. How about it to the Altland House, who they have us on the big screen out in the Altland House, out there in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania, right in the heart of Adams County. Maybe before you go to Gettysburg and check in to Gettysburg, check out the Altland House Grill and Pub. Looking for amazing food and maybe a place to stay, check them out. How about it, do?
Yep. Phone number is 717-259-9535. You can check them out on Facebook as well. They have a website they can check out as well. Altland House Grill and Pub.
It ran by Ryan Hauk and his wife Jennifer, and they're a New Oxford alum and proud sponsors of tonight's telecast.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the York Suburban Marching Band has made their way back on the field here tonight for a little halftime entertainment here with your score again. New Oxford 17, York Suburban 0. Being shut out right now, York Suburban. We mentioned some scores from other games, Are you surprised by any of the other scores? I mean, Central York up right now, 21-0 over Spring Grove.
Yeah, some of those scores really surprised me, but, anything can happen in that second half. But we're going to go ahead and take a break for a few seconds and go ahead and let the York Suburban Marching Band do their thing so people can watch it at home.
Sounds good, dude. We'll be back shortly.
about another round of applause for the York Suburban Marching Band?
Coming back here off halftime, the York Suburban Marching Band marching off the field with a little halftime entertainment here before we get set to start the second quarter. Want to remind some fans of some scores taking place around YIAA. DeLone Catholic 21, Bermudian Springs 7, Biglerville 14, York County School of Technology 6. At halftime, Central York 21, Spring Grove 0. How about this, sports fans? York Catholic 40, Fairfield 0 right now in second quarter play. Gettysburg 21, Kennerdale 0 at halftime. Redline 22, York High 7. And Southwestern 21, Northeastern 7. We'll be at Northeastern due next week as they play host to the Central York Panthers. And I guess my question to you right now while we're still at halftime, do you feel there's a team in YIAA that could knock off the Central York Panthers?
Well, I honestly believe that, any given any given Friday night, any team can win. But right now, Central plays the way they've been playing on all cylinders. They're very tough to beat. So right now, Central has as far as Division I in their hands. Especially this year, they don't go against York High, and that's normally their biggest foe each season is York High. They don't play against them. They don't play against them this year because of COVID-19.
Well, they're supposed to take that game's supposed to take place Halloween Eve. Again, Central's supposed to travel to York High.
Yeah, it should be a really good game if they get an opportunity to play.
But if either team makes districts, as we've stated in previous telecasts, that game will not be played. That was going to be a game on our broadcast schedule, by the way. But districts are set to start October 30th as both teams now are back on the field going through some halftime warm-ups right now.
And we're going to go ahead and roll to a commercial right now, from CR Property Group and also All In-House Pub and Grill.
Hi, I'm Eric Brewer, and I want to buy your house. I'll make you an as-is, all-cash offer on your house within 24 hours. Whether it's a total fixer-upper or in perfect condition. When you sell your house to ericbuycentralpa.com, you're dealing with me, a local guy who's been buying houses in this area for over 15 years. Just go to ericbuycentralpa.com for a free, no obligation, instant cash offer 24 hours a day. That's ericbuycentralpa.com.
The All-In-House, there we go. One of our sponsors, the oldest continually operated tavern in the U.S. How about it, do? 2 restaurants, 2 bars, a brewery, all on site, and located in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania.
Not too far from here, about 20, 25 minutes from York City.
And I was told we're on the big screen there. How about it? They're broadcasting our telecast tonight, representing the New Oxford Colonials tonight, and they ought to be quite proud of their team as they have a 17-point lead right now over York Suburban.
Also want to give a quick shout out to CR Property Group. We just ran a commercial for them as well. If you're looking to rent or buy a home, contact CR Property Group. They'll be great at helping you, assist you on anything you need as far as real estate.
Eric Brewer's your guy to check out. Yep. Right off Kingston Road there here in York, Pennsylvania.
Also got a quick update from James. Central's up now 27-0 over Spring Grove, and also Redline is leading York High 30-14.
Wow, a bit of an up. Would you consider that an upset, if Redline does hold on as they are defeating York High?
Well, Redline's a tough team, so it's really hard for me to say they upset upset anyone because they're a tough team. And I know years past, Redline and York High go at it. I mean, they're probably tied as far as the series in the last 6 or 7 years. But, you just never know when you go out there and when you face a Redline team, especially out there at home. And that's where York High is playing at Redline tonight, I believe.
Yes, they are. Historic Horn Field.
And that stadium's like a freaking college stadium almost. So it's
yeah,
very intimidating if you're not used to playing down there.
One of the few stadiums, I think, around the league, we have not broadcasted a game there yet, believe it or not, at Red Lion.
Yeah, Red Lion and Dallastown are definitely on our calendar as far as trying to get there and, get a game there as well, because we pretty much been at almost every school in the county almost. So, that'd be great to have that.
Over the past couple seasons here, York Suburban getting set to kick the ball off here. The freshman kicker, number 29 for York Suburban, Damian Yepez.
Also want to give a quick shout out to our camera person tonight, Belinda Morales. Today's her birthday, so big shout
Celebrating
out
her
to her.
birthday here, working hard.
And we're back for the second half.
We're back with the start. Number 11, Ben Lees, and off and running, midfield, 40.
And he's not gonna get touched.
Inside the 20.
He's gone.
He's gone. Ben Lees, coast to coast, and just like that, the floodgates have opened up here
Absolutely.
at York Suburban.
And I didn't know, this is our first time doing New Oxford, so I didn't know what to expect from Benjamin Lease, but he's an all-purpose type of guy. He catches the ball, he's on the kick return, he's doing a little bit of everything. So shout out to Benjamin Lease. He's doing a great job for his team tonight, and right now they're up 23-0 over York Suburban.
You can really see, why this team is 3-0 coming into tonight's game. They have clearly opened things up here with 11:46 to go. Kick is down, and the kick is up and good, and just like that, New Oxford 24.
And we've been lucky, Todd. Our last game, we had 2 kickoff returns, and now this game, we have a kickoff return. I mean, I'd love to see a guy get the ball and just tear it up like that and go down the field for a touchdown. So, big play from Benjamin Lease, and that's a big confidence booster for New Oxford, especially straight out the gate.
Straight, yes. No
would it be in the
doubt
second half?
And sometimes takes a while to warm up coming out of the locker room, and this New Oxford ball club certainly warmed up here tonight, too.
The game started off pretty slow in the first quarter, but after the first quarter, the game really picked up. We have 24 points on the board right now, and York Suburban needs to respond somehow.
Somehow, some way, they're going to receive the ball here for their first possession here in the second half.
I want to let fans know that's tuning in that maybe didn't watch the first half that York Suburban is a little bit short this week with not having their star players for academic reasons and also injury reasons, but they got to fight back, and they got to get the ball in Kenny Johnson's hand.
Yeah, somehow, some way, this Suburban ball club needs to find a spark, and they're hoping they can get it here.
Nice kick.
And Michael Benavenia looking for some running room and brought down hard.
Benavenia goes 10 yards.
A 10-yard return for Michael Benavenia.
And just speaking about Redline, I forgot to, if I'm not mistaken, I believe they switched Randy Pfizer back to wide receiver.
Oh, they did?
I believe they did that. I'm not 100% sure, but someone told me that Randy Pfizer's back to receiver, and Redline has been very successful since that happened because he's an all-purpose type of guy, too.
He can run the ball. Dennis, who's picking up some Division I scholarship opportunities from UMass and Central Michigan. But we're back to action here. A carry by, looks like Jamal Lewis. Nice little run there.
That's a tough run.
Oh, tough run.
And the reason why I say that about the quarterback position, because I'm getting some feedback from the YouTube live feed that Redline's wide receivers are having a field day right now against York High. So, just wondering what's going on over there at York High with the cornerback and the secondary. And if they can stop that up in the second half and, start scoring some points.
Cam Burr back in shotgun formation. Michael Benavenia in motion. To give to Michael Benavenia. A small gain there. Bring up a third down for the Trojans.
And I saw a game with Michael Benavenia about 2 weeks ago. They had a game on TV, and I was watching it. And he's one of those guys that get at least 10 to 15 touches a game with the ball. So expect to keep seeing his name and him getting the ball throughout this game here.
Trojans offense spread out, passing down.
And the Trojan defense is almost daring Cam to throw the ball down the field. They're blitzing almost on every other play.
Yeah, Jason Henderson with the catch and a first down. And a new set of downs for the Trojans, and they certainly need this to get some momentum on their side now. Down by 24 here on their home field.
Yeah, York Suburban had one good drive so far, and they got down to about the 20-yard line and kind of stalled out. So be interested to see what happens here.
We're looking to throw the ball downfield. And picked off by New Oxford. Number 22 with the pickoff. That's Hunter Schaefer, the defensive back. A dual role for Hunter Schaefer.
And again, New Oxford's daring Cam to throw the ball. They're blitzing almost every play. And that right there, Cam threw the ball. He did a jump almost before he threw the ball, and that's not, recommended as far as throwing the ball down the field.
A 29-yard interception return there by Hunter Schaefer. And we've called his name offensively, and now with a big interception for the Colonials.
York Suburban has to toughen up right here and get a hard stop. And possibly a turnover.
Oh, in and out of the hands of number 21, Dylan Forbes. .9:38 to go here in the third quarter.
At the York Suburban 29.
Ball on the 29-yard line of York Suburban. New Oxford looking for more here in the third quarter. Connor Beans. Pass incomplete, intended for Connor Herring, who had a touchdown pass earlier.
And that slant, Connor Bean's been throwing that slant pretty much the whole game, and it's been very effective for New Oxford.
Pass is incomplete. Third down and 10.
New Oxford here back with third down and 10 here, Dew. Connor Beans in shotgun, rolling to his right. Directing some traffic. And caught inside the 5-yard line to Connor Herring. We're calling his name quite often here. Down to the 1-yard line, a big first down for New Oxford.
And Connor Herring, you can't tell on the roster, it doesn't say how tall he is, but he's not a real tall guy. He's probably about 5'9", 5'10". He's doing a great job out there catching the ball and getting himself open.
A first down and goal for New Oxford. The ball set up at the 2-yard line. The clock just over 9 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
Looks like Connor Herring's a little bit injured. Came up a little gimpy there. He's holding his own arm.
Some movement maybe along the line there of New Oxford.
Penalty on New Oxford will back him up 5.
A false start on New Oxford. The ball will be set up at their 7-yard line now of York Suburban with 8:58 and counting here in the third quarter.
And if New Oxford keeps up this Arsenal attack as far as throwing the ball down the field, they're pretty much going to go 4-0 and be undefeated in the Division II matchup.
Touchdown by Hunter Schaefer, who had the interception. Now he has a touchdown run, a 7-yard touchdown run by Hunter Schaefer.
And Hunter Schaefer pretty much walked in without being touched. I mean, that's something to say about the defense. They're not coordinating, they're not talking to each other, or some miscues going on with York Suburban. I know they had some substitute players out there, but still, you can't let a guy walk 7 yards in on a goal line stance for a touchdown.
The kick is up and good. And makes the score New Oxford 31, York Suburban 0 with 8:28 to go here in the third quarter.
With 8:28 to go in the third quarter, this game is starting to be a little bit lopsided.
It is, no doubt about it. And we hope to give you some scores here from around the league. DeLone Catholic 21, Bermudian Springs 7, Biglerville 14, York County School of Technology 6. Third quarter action, Central York 27, Spring Grove 0. Again, a shutout being put forth by the Central York defense tonight. York Catholic all over Fairfield 40-0. Gettysburg 21, Kennerdale 3. And at halftime at Red Lion, 30, York High 14. Southwestern 21, Northeastern 14. And there are your scores for Week 4 action and YIAA action.
I got another one. West York is leading over Eastern 20-19. I got that from Doug Lair. Thanks for the highlight and update, Doug Lair.
Josh Little with the kick.
West York's looking to go 2-0 this season.
Give to Kenny Johnson. He picks the ball up, looking for some running room. Yes, of course, we profiled West York last week in our impressive win over Susquehannock.
Skylar Jacoby with the tackle.
Third quarter action here with 8:19 to go. It's York Suburban's possession.
28. And tonight's game is live from Sports Shooting Star. The game is on Comcast Cable Channel 18, White Rose Community TV YouTube page, Sports Shooting Stars Facebook page, and Do Jones Facebook page.
The Trojan offense looking to score some points here. Give to Michael Benavenia. Or that's a keeper by Cam Brewer. And not much doing there.
Absolutely. It's been a tough night tonight for Cam. With him missing his blockers and also missing some of his offensive guys, you can tell that, it's been very hard for him to get the ball down the field.
Derek Knoll with the tackle for the Colonials.
But I know the fans, the York Suburban fans, are just happy to be here. I mean, regardless of what the score is, I know they're here. They're happy to celebrate and also,
to be here to take in, watch
for the
their
team
sons and family play some football here Friday night. Pass completed.
And if York Suburban front line, offensive line, can give Ken some more opportunities, he can get Kenny Johnson going long down the field, and that could be a big play for York Suburban. But he needs that time from his offensive line, and he's not getting that right now so far in the game. Right now it's 39 with 7 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the third quarter. Score 31-0. New Oxford is up.
And a quarterback keeper by Cam Brewer. Oxford saying maybe they picked the ball up there. He was down. Cam was down on the play. It's fourth down now.
The ball came out, but Brewer was already on the floor, on the ground. So
a fourth down and 5. The clock is running with just over 7 minutes to go. Here from York Suburban High School, it's Dew Jones, Todd Edward, Belinda Morales is here. A Friday night under the lights. YIAA action, a little Division II action here. As Chase Henderson's back for the punt.
And Chase Henderson has been a bright spot for York Suburban with some of his kicks tonight.
That's a Connor Herring looking to break it onto the outside. And a flag. It looks like there's a penalty down. It looks like there'll be a flag.
Yeah, Connor Herring came out. He's giddy right now.
There running off the field.
And that was an awkward way he got tackled. It kind of brought him back and landed on him pretty awkward. And I think they got York Suburban got a penalty for that. A face mask penalty against York Suburban.
And that's a face mask. Looks like it's a personal foul against York Suburban. That's going to move the ball inside the 50-yard line there. First and 10 for the Colonials.
And with the game getting out of reach, you don't want the game to get chippy. You don't want
you certainly
guys to
don't.
play dirty or do anything that's not warranted. So keep it a good, clean game and just keep playing hard. Here's some audible call here from New Oxford.
Connor Beans gives the ball to number 21, Dylan Forbes, and he's off and running inside the 30.
He's still
inside
going.
Down the left sideline. Dylan Forbes inside that 10-yard line and a big-time run there.
It's about 37-yard pickup.
21, Dylan Forbes. And this New Oxford Colonial team is not stopping, and they're on the run again. The Oxes moving towards that goal line. Ball's going to be set up, it looks like, at the 14-yard line of York Suburban.
Well, it looks like
34-yard run by Dylan Forbes.
It looks like New Oxford, they want to be the new powerhouse of the Division II, and that usually was York Suburban's spot right now, and they're looking to take that title from York Suburban by the way they're playing tonight.
No doubt about it. They're in cruise control right now, the Colonials.
And they can do it on the ground, and they can also do it in the air.
To give to Dylan Forbes, and he just powers down.
Forbes again with the carry. Near the first down marker, but just short.
Short of the first down, bringing up a second down.
And sometimes you wonder, Todd, with having so many guys out for York Suburban, you wonder what that does to the mental psyche of the players, if they if they feel like they're not doing as well or the other guys can do better. You had that next man up mentality. So that's what York Suburban has to have, even though they don't have their main guys there tonight.
Connor Beans back in shotgun formation. They give to Dylan Forbes. Hard bit of running, but it looks as if he picked up the first down and then some. Touchdown right into the end zone on second effort.
Well, he kept his legs chugging, and he got himself another touchdown.
Dylan Forbes and this New Oxford Colonial team all over York Suburban tonight, too. The point pending here, it could be 38-0, pitching the shutout against the Trojans on their home field.
Yeah, New Oxford athletics is really good. Like I said, I know a little bit about their basketball, as you can see some of their football, but I'm pretty sure tennis and golf, field hockey, lacrosse. I'm pretty sure they're all good players and the whole way around in that school district.
And oftentimes, from being in Adams County, may get overlooked from all the teams that we see down here in the York area. 5:42 to go here in the third quarter.
Plays 48 yards. Forbes with the carry from 6 yards out for the touchdown.
While we have a break in the action, we'd like to mention our sponsors for tonight, Basil Insurance. Looking for home, auto, or life insurance? Check out Basil Insurance. They're your one-stop shop for all your home insurance needs. They're located at 2020 10 West Market Street.
Yeah, shout out to Greg Basil. He's been our sponsor for a second year in a row. His son, Nick Basil, also used to play for Central York last year. He was a kicker. And now Nick is over at St. Francis Division I playing football. Well, actually waiting to play football.
Yes, waiting to play. Also, S3 Performance Training, looking to get in shape, stay in shape. S3 Performance. Prestige Motor Cars, looking for luxury cars at a reasonable price. Check out Prestige Motor Cars of York. And CR Property Group, looking to buy or sell. Check out CR Property Group with Eric Brewer. We're back to action here as New Oxford gets ready to kick the ball off to York Suburban. Kenny Johnson will catch the ball at his 10-yard line. Brings the ball up. And hit hard. Brought down hard there, too.
Johnson brings it back 10 yards.
Also want to say hi to all the fans that are watching at the Altland House Grill and Pub in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania. In the area, looking for amazing food and maybe a place to stay, it's the Altland House Grill and Pub, again, in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania.
Also, we'll give a shout-out to Ron Houck's son, Tommy Houck. He's playing over at Top Rank. I may say this wrong, but is it Perkins
Prep in Allentown.
Yeah, out of Allentown, top 15 in the nation. Their son Tommy also plays for the AU for the Philly Pride, which is another top tier AU program. So, they're doing some big things out there in New Oxford, Abbottstown.
Here we go.
Best of luck to Tommy as well.
And hit hard.
Pass is incomplete.
And that pass is considered not a pass.
Mathis with a hard hit there. And we do have a running clock now in effect here at York Suburban with a 38-0 lead. And
Lewis is injured on
Jamal Lewis looks down on his knees and hurt. As a training staff of York Suburban's going to come out and tend to him. He's on his feet.
Yeah, it looked like Jamal Lewis may have got the wind knocked out of him. That was a really hard hit. Very, very solid, clean hit. But, you know, he may have the wind knocked out. Maybe need to take off for a play or two and get his wind underneath him.
And he is on.
Good to see him walking off
the field on his own accord. Want to remind our fans we're going to be back in the broadcast booth next Friday night. Tune in at 6:45 with White Rose Community Television, Channel 18, or on social media as we travel to Northeastern as they play host to the Central York Panthers. Yep, that will be their second game with Central York this year.
Got to be a backyard brawl between
will.
Northeastern and Central. They're pretty much living in the same area, so.
Big rivalry, similar to Dallastown and Redline. Well, it's Northeastern and Central with the rivalry there. But we're back to action here. Cam Brewer, second down and 10, ball on their own 22-yard line. The running clock is in effect right now. Cam looking to go deep.
That's what they need.
Kenny Johnson, in and out of the hands of Kenny Johnson. Covered by number 11, Ben Lees.
Hey, that was a big-time play from Cam Brewer, but that was a better defensive play from Benjamin Lees.
Ben Lees.
Because Kenny Johnson actually had his hands on the ball, and Benjamin Lees did a great job of loosening that ball up by grabbing his arms and making him drop the pass.
And I don't know if some of the fans at home that are watching can hear some of the York Suburban faithful not very happy with some of the the play calling here tonight.
Well, I think that York Suburban should do more of that, bringing the ball down, throwing the ball down the field.
Trips formation for York Suburban. The pitch out to number 2, Michael Benavenia.
And that brings up a 4th and 5, I believe, for York Suburban.
Clearly 4-down territory for the Trojans, down by 38 here with 3:20 and counting to go in the third quarter. Well, they brought out the punting unit here. Number 7, Jace Henderson is out. The ball, of course, is on the Suburban's own 27-yard line. It gets the punt off.
Jace Henderson been doing a great job all night punting the ball.
He's had a lot of work tonight. How about it? A lot of practice time, and it's shown that he's been quite the effective punter here for York Suburban.
He's very reliable for York Suburban. He gives at least a 30, 40-yard punt every time he's out there. You got to pick up on the bright spots that you have out there for York Suburban right now. They're not doing much on offense, but the special team is doing very well.
Ball be set up on the New Oxford's 29-yard line.
And as Todd Edwards said earlier, there's a running clock going on right now. It's 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. New Oxford's up 38-0 over York Suburban at York Suburban.
A little pitch out. Dylan, big running room down the right sideline, inside the 50-yard line by number 21, Dylan Forbes. And we're calling his name and number now a lot for this Colonial offense.
Well, the few times we called Dylan's name, he picked up some major yardage. So he's a hard runner. Reminds me of a fullback when he's out there running the ball. He's taking the play off right now after that hard hit from a York Suburban player.
A 27-yard pickup there by Dylan Forbes. And a whole new set of downs for the Colonials. And they're clearly in cruise control tonight here at York Suburban High School.
Besides a few punts that New Oxford did in the first quarter, York Suburban is doing what they want pretty much. Every time they get the ball, they're either getting some points on the board or driving down doing what they want to do.
And I think if you're the Colonials with a 38-point lead right now, you just want to run the clock out.
Yeah. Well, expect to see some of their, not saying JV players, but some of their second-string guys coming in around the fourth quarter to get some time because they put a lot of hard work in practice as well. So, you want to give them some opportunity to go out there and make some plays.
It gives them an opportunity to shine under the light here on Friday night lights with Sports Shooting Stars as we bring the game to you this Friday night and every Friday night in the month of October this year, too. And stacked up right there at the line, number 22, Hunter Schaefer. Nowhere to go on that play.
Number 72, Mike Jury, the senior, the 5'9" senior for York Suburban. And that's key for York Suburban. Just keep playing, you know, don't never give up. I mean, it's four quarters, you got to keep on going.
And this, you imagine when you're down and playing a sport like, and you're down by this point margin, you really have to reach in from down under and really try.
See where you need to, where you need some work at. You know, get the ball down the field. So they need to work on their front line, and that's something they'll do in practice with you on up front.
And that's the end of the third quarter. We start the fourth quarter here. New Oxford. Haven't checked him out with Cade Films. You may want to check this. Montages of our first two games this season.
Yeah, it's Cade Visuals, and on Facebook it's Cade Burnett. But check him out. Like I said, you want anything done in any sport, Cade Burnett's your guy to go to.
He is. We've clearly seen him on display here with football, but whether it's basketball, which should be interesting with our basketball season, be interesting to see him put a video montage together of some volleyball, which volleyball season's underway with the girls this fall.
Well,
and scores around the league: Delone Catholic 21, Bermudian Springs 7, Central York all over Spring Grove 39-0 in the fourth quarter too. And another game of importance, Red Lion 30, York High 22. We're back with action here right now with New Oxford at about the ball at the midfield. Hunter Beans looking to throw the ball downfield, rolls to his right, and is brought down hard. And a big sack.
Behind the line of scrimmage. Brock Aarons with the
sack, and that's a fourth down.
Hey, that's a big-time sack by Brock Aarons, forcing New Oxford to kick the ball.
Brings out the punter here for New Oxford, number 36, Josh Little.
Also want to add in there, looks like York High is starting to chip back into that game. It's 30-22, and the game is not over. Like I said, York High is a very resilient team, and Redline's a team that's been rolling lately. So the final outcome of that game should be quite interesting.
Could come down to the last second at Horn Field.
Josh Little with
with a high punt. It does take a York Suburban bounce. And the York Suburban offense going to come trot out onto the field here. Yeah, we mentioned earlier just a few minutes ago, just the focus when you're down due by 38 points, how you find it from within to continue to carry on here if you're the York Suburban Trojans.
Absolutely. And you also wonder how long you're going to keep Cam Brewer in the game. You know, I know they have a second-string quarterback. You don't want him to get hurt. You still have a long season to look forward to, so you just wonder about that.
Pass is completed to Kenny Johnson down the left sideline. Looks like that close for first down there.
And New Oxford's doing a great job of keying on Kenny Johnson, making sure he doesn't make any big-time plays that he's accustomed to doing.
Yeah, that was a 9-yard pickup. It's second down and 1 to go here with a running clock with just over 10 minutes to go here at York Suburban. Of course, tonight it's been all about New Oxford with the score 38, York Suburban 0. Cam looking to throw the ball. And number 7, Jace Henderson.
Henderson with the catch for the first down. Troy Drummer.
Looks like Jace Henderson came up a little gimpy as well. Now he's going out of the game.
Yeah, out of the game for a play at least.
And York Suburban can't afford to lose any more players right now.
Yeah, Kenny Johnson still out on the field there in trips formation.
They should go to Kenny Johnson.
Cam looking to throw the ball downfield and connects to Michael Benavenia inside the 35-yard line.
Nice pass.
Nice pass and catch there by York Suburban with just over 9 minutes to go.
Right now, York Suburban is playing for pride. They know the game is out of reach, but they want to put some points on the board and let New Oxford know that they're here to play and not just be
going away and rolling over here.
Not rolling over at all.
Suburban playing to the final second. And we're under 9 minutes to go, again, with a running clock with a 38-point lead. Cam Brewer.
And that's about four throws in a row, 4 catches in a row for Cam Brewer throwing the ball. So they're starting to get their rhythm right now.
That was Andrew Daniels, I believe, with his first catch tonight. The senior, number 82 for York Suburban.
With 8 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the fourth quarter,
Second and 4.
New Oxford's up 38-0 over York Suburban.
Ooh, almost picked off.
Pass is incomplete.
Incomplete pass.
Third down.
It's got to bring a third down for York Suburban. And at this point, I think with just over 8 minutes to go, you have to start wondering who could be our player of the game in tonight's game.
Yeah, it's going to be very close as far as player of the game. I know Benjamin Lease, his name has been called a few times tonight. And also Connor Beans. I mean, the quarterback has been doing a really good job. Even the passes today that New Oxford dropped, they were still right on the button. They just happened to drop it. So, Connor Beans has been having a big night tonight.
He has.
It's been a very balanced game for New Oxford as well.
And they stand to potentially move to 4-0 in Division II play. The give to Kenny Johnson, looking for some extra running room. And looks like he may have picked up that first down there on the third down play.
Very much needed. You also want to tell the fans that's watching the game, when they see the sponsors at the bottom of the screen, these are local sponsors. They, if you're looking for car insurance, homeowner insurance, I mean, you have Great Basil
looking
there.
for a place to live, yeah.
You got Eric Brewer with Sierra Property. You need a place to eat. You got
Altland House. Insurance, Basil Insurance you mentioned. And, hey, how about a car? Prestige Motor.
Yeah, so we really
luxury
appreciate
for less. Yeah, support local businesses. I know it's been a rough year for a lot of our local businesses, but Cam Brewer with a scramble. They step up with sponsoring Sports Shooting Stars,
right.
and of course we hope our viewers could step up and help support our sponsors.
Absolutely. Without sponsorship and without the fans, we wouldn't be able to bring these games to you.
Yeah, no doubt. As we bring the game to you this Friday night, and of course, all Fridays this month, we'll be bringing a game to you. Next week, we'll be at Northeastern as they play host to Central York. Just over 6.5 minutes to go here. Second down and 7. The ball at the 17-yard line of New Oxford. Pass is completed. First and goal. Pass. That was Alex Kiefhofer, the sophomore for York Suburban, and it's a first down and goal.
And York Suburban's in a hurry-up offense. They would have put some points on the board.
Ball at the 3-yard line.
They finally found their rhythm.
Cam Brewer with the keeper.
And he's in.
And the touchdown. Cam Brewer. York Suburban gets on the board. And that, of course, makes the York Suburban faithful a bit pretty happy here with 6:03 to go. Suburban finally broke the ice tonight here with Cam Brewer, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And York Suburban's band has been doing an amazing job tonight with the music and as far as their performance.
The point after is no good there. Yeah, we have heard the band and their fans. They've been very vocal. It's a
kudos to York
small
Suburban's
but lively
band.
crew over there with York Suburban. The score, New Oxford 38, York Suburban 6 with 6:03 to go. Say hi to all the fans that are watching our live stream on YouTube, or if you're watching on White Rose Community Television Channel 18, hello to you, and thanks for staying with us tonight here with the score New Oxford 38, York Suburban 6, on an absolutely beautiful night for football here at York Suburban.
Very beautiful night.
And I don't want to jinx us as we're sitting here, but the weather, all 3 games have been fantastic.
Yeah,
Notice that too? I mean, it's
we've been in the monsoon before, so over at York High. So
all types of weather, yeah, dry, cold, extremely cold. I think we were here last year during that playoff game.
Yeah.
It was rather chilly.
And the fans can look forward to us doing at least 1 or 2 district games this year, as far as if it's a local team.
And especially if one of the local a squib kick there, handled by the up man. Number 29, Riley Killen, falls on the ball there. It's a running clock. Yeah, it would be nice if one of the local teams, as you mentioned, do get involved in the districts, and we're able to broadcast one of those games.
And we want the fans that's tuning in and watching the game tonight to give us their player of the game suggestion. Obviously, it's going to come from New Oxford tonight. And, you know, right now leading the candidates is Connor Beans, the quarterback, and also the wide receiver, number 11, Benjamin Lease, who also has a run back kick, I believe.
Correct. Connor Herring, another player to consider. And on his feet there, the big fullback, number 42, Britton Akins. Moves the chains.
And we really couldn't tell what team was going to break out in the first quarter, but as the game went on, you can really tell that New Oxford is just a stronger team than York Suburban right now. I don't know if it's strictly because York Suburban doesn't have all their guys, but New Oxford is just a strong team. I mean, they can take a hit and keep on going. And they have some stars on both sides of the ball.
And it's been on full display here at York Suburban right now with under 5 minutes to go. New Oxford all over York Suburban, 38-6. To give to number 29, Riley Hillen, who we've been calling his name here recently, in at the running back position, the sophomore.
And New Oxford been running the ball by committee. A couple guys are getting the ball, getting some positive yardage. I mean, they probably have around 300 yards on the ground. 300 yards total tonight in the game.
And it looks like at number 15, Jet Moore is in for New Oxford right now, the backup quarterback to Connor Beans.
And that's a good idea.
Moore, sophomore.
You don't want to get your star quarterback hurt, and it should be a long season for them if they keep doing what they're doing in Division II.
They keep playing the way they're playing, yeah. New Oxford's going to be a team to deal with in Division II. Of course, Gettysburg was winning earlier. They're undefeated, and West York as well. So
it should be a good night of sports. Tonight they have the NBA Finals with Los Angeles Lakers.
The Lakers play tonight, yeah, in the NBA. And
versus the Miami Heat. LeBron James has the opportunity to win his fourth ring. He's been there 10 times already in the finals, but he has the opportunity to win his fourth ring tonight. But he has to go against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Kyler Hero.
Tonight. I got a feeling you'll be watching that, too.
I will be. We'll get some food after this, and we'll go watch the game.
Jet Moore back in shotgun formation. And right now, I think New Oxford's just content with running the ball, running the clock out right now.
He gets back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and 10.
Third down and 10 with under 3 minutes to go. There was a passing today in the sports world. Did you see Whitey Ford, the former Yankees Hall of Fame pitcher, passed away?
Wow, I didn't see that.
Today at the age of 91. And then earlier in the week, we're in broadcasting, but longtime broadcaster in Baltimore, Vince Bagley, passed away at the age of 93. He was the dean of sportscasting
and Gail Sayers.
Baltimore.
Gail Sayers
a
last
couple
week.
Weeks ago,
yeah.
Yes. Remember Brian's song with Brian Piccolo?
Yep.
Yes.
That was a good tackle for Michael Benavilla, number 2 for York Suburban.
Number 14 with a catch tonight, Wynn, a junior wide receiver. And you're seeing a lot of the younger players get some playing time now for the Colonials with a huge lead and over 2 minutes to go.
And Miss No thinks that Derek No, I believe that may be her son, number 28, should get player of the game as defensive player of the game.
Defensive player of the game.
Hey, Mom, I can't knock that. That's a good selection. I would choose my son as well. But he has a great game tonight, and he's up for a candidate for that.
Rolling to his right.
Pass
is complete there, Dew.
Short of the first down.
But short.
Will take over on down.
Yep. That was a fourth down.
But you look at New Oxford. Look at New Oxford last year, as we said, with having Braden Long and all the yardage he put up last year. And then you're seeing New Oxford this year, and they're also putting up yardage in the air. So that's just a staple of their program, throwing the ball and getting the ball down the field.
Yeah, and give credit to Coach Jason Warner for having this team come out
ready to play.
And it's been on display tonight. It looks like York Suburban has pulled Cam Brewer. Looks like Adrian Garner is in at quarterback position for York Suburban here with 1:12 to go and counting. With your score, New Oxford 38, York Suburban 6. Plan for a post-game show afterwards. We'll make our way down to the field and hopefully have an interview with the player of the game and maybe the coach. Looking to scramble And brought down hard. Garner's
And that may possibly be the last play of the game.
could be. It'll be a nice bus ride back to New Oxford for this Colonial Ball Club, a cheerful group after this big win, which will put them at 4-0 and undefeated.
Undefeated. Similar
Division
to
2.
how York Suburban was last year, undefeated at 4-0 at this time of year.
And York Suburban ran the table last year, if you recall, at 10-0. Right now, with this loss, this is going to move them to 1-2 on the year. And the clock's kind of tick off the clock right now. The seconds, under 10 seconds.
And there's another recommendation for Connor Herring. Connor Herring, number 13, for player of the game. He had a big-time play, a couple big-time plays today.
Big-time plays. And there you have it, sports fans. The end of the game with your score, New Oxford 38, York Suburban 6. The players are going to meet around midfield here. And
Thank you for attending. Please stay safe and healthy. Good night.
Well, how about this, sports fans? We'll reward one guy or two guys with the player of the game, but we're going to go ahead and talk to the quarterback, Connor Beans.
Connor Beans, number 6, the senior.
Benjamin Lease. And we'll also get Connor Herring, number 13, to come talk to us on live online.
Your son going to make his way down to the field, and hopefully with an interview here, we can catch an interview here with this New Oxford Colonial Ball Club. Again, it'll be a happy bus ride home for the Colonials. A nice win by this ball club tonight.
If any of the fans know any final scores of the games around the league tonight, we'd love to hear from that as well.
I'll try to give some scores from around the league here as we make our way down to the field. Central York all over Spring Grove, 47-0 right now in the fourth quarter. Delone Catholic 21, Bermudian Springs 7, Biglerville 14, York County School of Technology 6, York Catholic all over Fairfield 40-0, Gettysburg 21, Kennerdale 13, Red Lion 30, York High 22, and Southwestern 28, Northeastern 21. And that's the scores I have right now for you, the fans watching at home. And if you have any other scores, fans that are tuned in, pass them along. The New Oxford Ball Club meeting at about midfield right now. Their head coach, Jason Warner, talking to his team after a big win tonight. Again, tonight's score, New Oxford 38, York Suburban 6. Have to make sure we put our mask on here as we try to social distance all game. And
yeah.
You have the shirt for play. You have the mask, and
Yes, sir.
fans at home, we're going to have a little post-game show here. And again, an impressive win by this New Oxford Colonial team. 38 points tonight, too. And we're going to try to get the players to come here. I know sometimes with watching at home, it's Again, you're watching Sports Shooting Stars, the post-game show. There you go. I'll take my mask off. The post-game show as we bring the game to you. Plan to get some player interviews tonight with the winning team from New Oxford. An impressive win tonight here at York Suburban. Again, the final score, New Oxford 38, York Suburban 6. My broadcast partner looking to get some interviews with some of the players tonight's telecast. Again, want to remind our fans, next Friday we're going to travel to Northeastern as Northeastern Bobcats play host to the Central York Panthers. We're going to see that juggernaut from Central York next week, led by quarterback Penn State commit Bo Perbola. But first things first, right now, the New Oxford Colonials, a big win tonight, guys. You're live on television. Your thoughts on tonight's game?
It was awesome. I mean, we were slow in the first half, but we picked it up in the third quarter, and everyone played well. So it was great to see everyone play well.
Exactly. You took over for Braden Long, and it doesn't look like you've missed a beat offensively. Tell us a little bit about that.
He taught me a lot, and I put a lot of work in with a lot of these people. Everyone on the team put a lot of work in, and we just wanted to go out and play.
And it obviously showed tonight. A big win, 38 points. Any questions for this?
Well, I know
New Oxford Colonial.
The team effort, but I was saying earlier, watching the ball, as he said, Braden Long, you're studying behind Braden Long. You have a really good accuracy, man, throwing the ball, and you got your guys involved big time. So, what was the coach saying to you guys at halftime?
He was just telling us keep our. We were going slow in the first half, and we started to pick things up in the second half.
Yeah, we started calling Benjamin Lee's name a few times in the second half. You guys really picked it up. And as far as this year, who you guys play next? Because right now you're 4-0, so you guys came down to Division II, and you guys are tearing it up in Division II. So who you guys got coming up next?
We got Gettysburg next.
Gettysburg next, and that's a backyard brawl right there for Gettysburg. So I know
they were undefeated as well coming to tonight with a lead, so it could be a big match of teams of undefeated next week possibly in Adams County play.
Hey man, you guys had a solid night. Our guy here, Kate Burnett, visual highlights and stuff like that. But we want to give away a player the game shirt to R&B. You know what I mean? Take a picture, Doodle. Then, and we also give a Sports Shooting Stars mask to both of you guys, man. If you guys can show to the cameras, we take pictures and stuff like that. There you go. S3 performance training.
Because these guys, big win tonight in York Suburban as they move on to 4-0, 38-6 over York Suburban. Good luck, guys, next week, and have a great season. Stay healthy, guys.
Good seeing you guys, man. Good job.
Stay healthy. Yep, take care, guys.
Good job. Pleasure seeing you guys. Good job, man.
And there you go, the Colonials. It'll be a happy bus ride back for the Colonials team as they are undefeated and well-deserved tonight, too. Let me I want to try to keep my distance, but I find it hard to speak with the mask on. But go ahead, dude. Your final thoughts tonight.
It was a great game. Like I said, I know a couple people online were talking about them having defensive players being recognized, but it was a defensive and offensive game for New Oxford. We just had to celebrate a couple guys that did really good tonight. It was definitely a defensive game. New Oxford, for the first time seeing a football team, they really impressed me. Like I said, they have a great offensive attack. Going in the air with the ball, they have a great ground game, and they pretty much kept York Suburban off the scoreboard. So the defense gets a lot of credit tonight, but it was a team effort, and it was a pleasure watching them play.
It was a pleasure, and we're going to be back. I mentioned we're going to be back next week as we travel to Northeastern next week as they play host to the Central York Panthers, the undefeated Central York Panthers. It should be a great game, and I'm looking forward to it next Friday, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Northeastern.
Absolutely. It's been a great season so far. It's our third game of the football season. We didn't think we was going to have a football season, but we do have one. We want to thank the sponsors as well. You can look at the lower third underneath us and,
from CR Property
Group,
Basil Insurance,
Altland House Grill and Pub.
Altland House.
I know they're watching as well. New Oxford put on a great show. And everybody out there in Adams County, we really appreciate you guys and the support that you give Sports Shooting Stars. We have a good time when we go out there, and we really appreciate the support. And also, York Suburban with Matt Marshall.
Matt Marshall, the athletic director, who always rolls out the red carpet for us. A bit disappointing for them tonight, but I'm sure we'll be back here, whether it's football or basketball. I'm sure we'll be invited back.
Yeah, and York Suburban missing a couple pieces tonight as far as some of their offensive guys. So, it really did show. But, they played it out 4 quarters, and, ball lands how it lands, and things happen how it happens. But, got to give a lot of credit to New Oxford. Also, I want to give a shout out to my son. He does the scoreboard at Brown Jr. He does a great job of doing the scoreboard.
And Cade Burnett, he was running around here again. Look for Cade's visual on social media. I'm sure he'll put another fantastic video montage together.
I can't wait to go home to watch the finals game.
Is he ready to go? Huh?
So he wants to go home, watch LeBron win his fourth title. And you got to give a big shout out to Melinda Morales. She came out
Happy
here.
birthday to her. She's here on her birthday working Friday night behind the camera. And again, happy birthday to her. And
we did her close to 90 games. And she's been behind the camera for all 90 games.
She's been here, yes.
You know, we really appreciate her because she has a full-time job. She stops her job, just like all of us.
Yes.
We have full-time jobs. We come out here and we try to show the games to people. So, you know, we thanks everybody for tuning in. You know, Sports Shooting Stars, you can like us on Facebook, Instagram. We're on Twitter a little bit, not too heavy. And like I said, if you want to be a sponsor, you want to do something with the program, you know, we want to give away something to the kids after the game, we're all open for that. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, we'll be back next Friday as we bring the game to you. We'll be coming live to you next Friday in Northeastern as they play host to Central York Panthers.
Hey, and again, one more shout out to our visual edit guy, and that's Cade Burdett, man. You want to check him out?
Here. You're going to check this guy out, Cade Visuals on social media. He's put together 2 great videos, and I'm sure after tonight it'll be a third. How about it?
Yeah, if you guys want to ever need some highlight video or anything like that, just a guy to look up to, because he can hook it up and get everything going for you. So
a video resume, possibly. This guy could do it for you. He's very talented. So
Cade Visuals on Instagram,
Cade Visuals,
correct? And Cade Burdett on Facebook. Oh yeah, check him out, man. He can hook you up. I know he'll do you good.
No doubt.
All right.
So for Melinda Morales, Cade Burnett,
Dude Jones, Ryan Brown
Edwards.
Jr.
Have yourself a great week, and we'll see you back next Friday.
Thanks a lot.
More Sports Shooting Stars.